Madin Mazimba, I'm back again with another album review, and this time I'll be reviewing the album Songs About You by Fungai Nengare. So Fungai Nengare is a very talented artist. He's one of those few local artists whose music has a lot of soul in it. He always releases some very lovely tracks. Disclaimer, before you go further, you're going to be hearing the word lovely a lot because this is a very lovely album and it's filled with a lot of lovely tracks. So the word lovely, you're going to be hearing it a lot. So right now. Now going to this album, I was really expecting a lot of love tracks, and with the titles such as Songs About You, you really expect you're going to hear a lot of love tracks. And this album is predominantly all about love. All of the tracks, in fact, are all about love. Maybe he tried to diversify, the branches about relationships and love, but everything, all of the tracks on this album they're all about love. Now also the instrumentals, they're sounding very good, they're sounding very love. I'm a huge fan of the instrumentals on this album. The instrumentals that really calm you, they are really soothing. Those instrumentals that are easy on the ear, you can listen to them on a lot of days. And as a whole, this album is one of those albums which is perfect for each and any moment you're on with your bear. Even when you're going on that drive, you can play this album. It will definitely give you a perfect soundtrack for your drive. If you're going for that romantic dinner, romantic lunch, tracks from these albums are those tracks that you want to be played at the restaurant. Even on that day, I'm chill on that Sunday afternoon. The tracks really provide a very, very good environment for you and Bear. And maybe, except if Marambana, but even though Marambana, if you play these tracks, they really make you all realize the importance of the other person and may even get you back together. So this album is definitely perfect for all the moments, Yako and Bear. So I definitely recommend it for all the couples. And where I said my couples, just have it just in case because when we draw one. Now the album contains 12 tracks, and I thought of classifying the tracks, and after some time listening, I came out with maybe the major branch which all the tracks can fit in, and that is my song because most of the tracks they don't go believe this, they're just making appreciating and to your partner I feel like the most special person in the world, and that's where you get the tracks such as the title track, Song About You. Now this is a lovely track. When this track started, it reminded me of Lionel Richie's Easy Like Sunday Morning. Something about the structure of the track, it reminded me of that track by Lionel Richie. But regardless, this is a lovely track, and on this track he's just celebrating his partner. You're an awesome partner, you're an amazing partner, you're a supportive partner, so he's just appreciating the effort and the support that he receives from his partner. It's a lovely track, and we also get the track One of a Kind. Now this is a straightforward track. What the title implies is definitely what the song means, and this theme is going to be carried on a lot of tracks on this album. The title means exactly what the track is about. He did not try to complicate the tracks, and that's quite a good thing, because with love you have to make it as simple as possible, because the more you complicate it, the more it's going to cause you a lot of stress, headaches, like a wonder. So it's definitely a good move to just keep it simple, keep it straightforward, easy, straight to the point. So on this track, One of a Kind, he's just appreciating, celebrating the uniqueness that he has with the relationship with his partner. Because I think for all of us, you can actually admit, Kuti, not on those relationships that you've been in, there were certain unique features, there's certain unique stuff that you do, something that you can say, okay, when I dated this person, there's panika uniqueness kankaripo. So on this track, they're just celebrating the uniqueness that is between them. And this track, Yaguti, even you and your partner, you can just look at the things that are unique to you, those things to you, and celebrate those, celebrate how unique, how different you are. So it's also another lovely track. And the next track is number one. I know this track, Fungai is just telling his lady, Kuti, you are my number one. And I know, Kuti, a lot of guys don't really like to say to their ladies Kuti, they are number one, but it's actually a very good thing. The ladies, they also want to hear it, even though if you show love in other ways, once in a while you have to tell her, you're my number one, you're my queen. And this track is all about that. And also, the track is sounding very lovely. Another track is Like I Love You, featuring Noxy. Now, this is a very, very beautiful track. It's one of those kind of magical fantasy-like tracks. It can be a perfect soundtrack for your fantasies. It's that track that just celebrates the magic of love at first sight. But you just see the person for the first time, then you just know that this is the person that I want. So it's a lovely track. Noxy delivered a very matching vocal performance to Fungai Nengare. And it's one of those tracks, if you're going for karaoke, with your partner, you can definitely perform this track. It's just perfect for that moment, and it's sounding very lovely. Even the production is done very, very well. The next track is November. Now this was another lovely track. I love the arrangement, how we arrange the vocals, the instrumentals, everything about this track is just sounding very, very good. Now on this track, it's just it's more like he's talking about the situation where you have found the person you want and you just can't wait for that person to be yours, for you to spend all of the time zone now. So this is also another lovely track, and Fungai, as usual, he delivered a very lovely vocal performance. Now the next track is Mskana Kadai. Now, you know what, this is the track that really made me come up with this sort of segment because this is like the ultimate song. It's just, you know, everything about this track. The production is done very well. I just love the up-tempo kind of vibe. You know, the guitar work is done very, very superbly. Even Fungai on the vocals was very good. And this is more like, in a way, it's a playful track. And Fungai is just saying to his girl, I never thought I never thought I was going to meet someone who is as amazing as you. And the way he structured this track, you know, it just sounds so good. And definitely one of those tracks ekuti ukaimbira your bear, you know, just performing the track in front of a bear, they'll definitely, I can bet they'll give you the hugest smile, they give you the cutest laugh that they've ever given you. It's just a very, very lovely track. And then we go to sort of another sub-segment, which is more like when you're supporting your partner, and that's where you get tracks such as Singing About You. And on this track, Fungai is just basically, you know, supporting his girl, you know, edging her, kuti, you know, shine like the star you are, just be the best that you can. And I think that's one of the best things about a relationship, that is that you get someone who supports you, someone who could, even if you're feeling a bit low, they motivate you, you know, they just give you the energy. You can fly and do anything. So this track is more about that. And another track is Ubuntu. Now this is a lovely track, and I loved Fungai's performance on this track. Even the production of this track, you know, it just sounds very, very lovely. Now basically what he's saying on this track is that you are who you are because of the people that are around you. So it's just, in a way, urging his girl not to really keep good company, to really, you know, acknowledge and appreciate where he came from, the people that are around her, because those people, they shape the person that you become. So this is a lovely track, and like I say, I love Fungai's vocal performance on this track. It just sounded very, very lovely. And then you switch to the other side of love, the painful side of love, and that's where we get the track Memories. Now this is a lovely track. Like I said, you're going to be hearing the word lovely a lot, and Fungai also delivered a very lovely performance on this track. And basically on this track, it's just talking about the situation whereby you've broken up with your partner and the memories are just haunting you. And at the same time, you're trying to get closure. You'll be like telling yourself that maybe we're not meant to be. If we're meant to be, but not at the other side, you'll be like hoping that person will just call you and you can talk it up and resolve everything and get back together. So it's one of those tracks that just depicts that moment in conflict. Okay, you know, trying to find reason as to why that person is no longer with you. So, you know, memories haunt a lot of us when it comes to relationships, and this track really depicts that situation. And another track is Easy, featuring Singing. Now, this is a lovely track again. The arrangement, everything about this track, you know, I just love the way they arranged, even the lyrics, the instrumentals, they just blended very, very well. It's definitely a very good track. And on this track, it's talking about a situation which is very much common these days. You get into a relationship, then you find out that person is not really in the relationship for you, but because of what you can provide. Maybe you're in a relationship with a girl, and you know what, the only thing that she wants, maybe airtime and all that fancy stuff. And if you want to spend time with that girl, she just find certain reasons to just get away from that date. So it's a track now is complaining, you know what, you're just taking advantage of me because I'm an easygoing person, but I've realized that you don't love me for me, so no more rapera. You know, I'm not going for something. So this is also another nice track. Then lastly, we're getting to maybe the last category that I found, which are tracks which are a bit more playful, you know. And I think in a relationship you need to be a bit playful, and that's why you get the track Ndaramba featuring Reverb 7 and Tina Masawi. Now this is also another lovely track. You know, the production is done very well. Reverb did a good job on the production. The vocals, Fungai and Tina Masawi, they did also a good job. And in this track, you can translate it into a way you know, you don't want your partner to be away from you. You just want to be close to them each and every time. So this is also another lovely track. And the last track we get is Amina, and this is the last track on the album. Now this track, I think in terms of theme, this is one of maybe the lightest or shallowest track on this whole album, but regardless, the track sounds good, and I love the guitar work. The production is done very well, but it's a very, very playful track. And I think a lot of you know, the 90s kid can remember the Amina, Kadea, Simo, Rea, you know, that kind of game that we used to play way back, and he just adopted, you know, that game, that the way we used to sing when we were playing that game onto this track. But anyway, the track is sounding good. So yeah, that wraps up the album. And you know what, like I said in the beginning, this is a very, very lovely album. You know, the production is done very, very well. The instrumentals, they sound lovely. You know, the tracks as a whole, they just sound very, very lovely. And it's a track which you definitely enjoy listening to it with your bear. And with Christmas around the corner, if you just add it to the list of presents, should definitely appreciate and enjoy listening to this album. Now, the vocal performances, they are done very well. Fungai was solid, he was smooth, he was soulful throughout this whole album. And the people he collaborated with, there's Noxy, there's Cynic, there's Tina Masawi, they all did very good jobs. I think the only complaints maybe I have with this album are that if you listen to a number of the tracks, in a way they will sound as if it's the same song, but you change your wordings, like I'm change the words, but it's just singing about the same thing, and that just makes the album a bit less interesting when you continuously listen to the album. And the last thing is that even though the album sounds quite lovely, it did not really push or introduce anything new to the genre. It just took the already not proven kind of arrangements, but regardless, the album still continues to sound quite lovely. And lastly, my overall rating, I give this album a B. I've enjoyed listening to this album. It's a lovely album, like I've said. Just buy a copy, play the album on Gonna Bay, and I bet you definitely enjoy listening to this album. Now, for those who have managed to listen to the album, go in the comment section below. Tell me about what you think about the album. Tell me about your favorite tracks on the album. And after that, come back, like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you again next time.